Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahushua, Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kadash.
Give honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
All right, with GMS Mississippi Camp, once again, we're coming with our weekly lesson. And as you can see from the title, all right, you inhabitants of Babylon, man, and chiefly, all right, you Edomites, all right, that's dwelling here in America, man, because America is the daughter of Babylon, all right, mystery Babylon in the scriptures, man, all right, Babylon the Great, this is their great place, man, you see the tokens, all right, that America comes in, that this is, the personification of that ancient Babylon, man, through its culture, through its belief system, going back to what the Queen of Heaven, the worship of Nimrod, which goes back to this Christmas festival that our people in. This is the personification of ancient Babylon, and the modern day Chaldeans are the elites, man. But the prophecies, all right, prophesy, all right, terrible things for you inhabitants of Babylon, because when you go into, what's wrong with the planet Earth, the people, that have enslaved so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, what does your average Joe Six-Pack either might say? It wasn't me, Well, the prophets, the prophecies, all right, prophesied destruction to the inhabitants of Babylon and the Chaldeans, and it says it's going to visit, the high ones, which are the elites, man. So the Lord deals with nations, man, because just like the curses say, our king will go into slavery with us, all right? Your kings gonna go into slavery with you inhabitants, man. Yeah.
And quickly, bro, Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be.
Yep.
And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun, man. So the spirit's responsible, because you gotta look at everything spiritual, man. All right. The Edomites that we see, the flesh that they're in, all right, there are spirits within those flesh, that did some horrible things, all right, in their past lives, and they're here for judgment, man. Can you get that Ecclesiastes under the sun? He's seen the place of judgment, because right, we in the time of great judgment. The Lord has everyone set up exactly where He wants them, all right, before this great judgment goes forth, man. You see, and judgment takes place on earth, man. Those spirits get dispatched back to the earth, all right, to receive judgment, man. And you Edomites in America are going to receive a horrible judgment, man.
Okay. This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And it says, and moreover, I saw under the sun a place of judgment.
Yep.
That wickedness was there, and a place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
All right, so he saw under the sun, man. What's under the sun, man? The whole planet Earth is under the sun. So this is their place, all right, of great judgment, and wickedness there, and the righteous, because the scriptures speak about the great and terrible day of the Lord, man, because it's going to be great for the elect of Israel and terrible for everyone else, man. Chiefly you Edomites, man. So we're gonna go to some prophecies, all right, that directly deals with you inhabitants of Babylon, man.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 34. The Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts.
Started 33.
Okay. Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Yep.
Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the sons of Israel and the sons of Judah were oppressed together.
The sons of Israel and the sons of Judah were oppressed together. And it's all 12 tribes, man, right, which consist of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, man. Those make up the 12 tribes, and you have the Israelite foreigners that look like other nations that dwell, within Babylon, but America is that place where you have the most concentration of all 12 tribes, man. You got Levites in New Orleans and Florida, what they call Haitians. You got a Dominican section in Harlem, and the Puerto Rican and Jamaica Queens, and Issachar and Gad, and you know, tough out there on the West Coast and down here in the South, man, you know, so forth and so on. But you have the concentration of Israel within Babylon, man. You know, and the lake within it, you know, is the apples of the Lord's eye, man. You know, and just like he destroyed Egypt and delivered Israel back then, he's going to do the same thing for the remnant of Israel to this day, man. You know,
and all that took them captives held them fast.
Yep.
They refused to let them go.
So the Lord, all right, has hardened the hearts of these Edomites, all right, because the elites are compared to the ancient day pharaohs, man. All right, the elites are the modern day pharaohs, man. You know, so the Lord has hardened their heart to hold us fast and not let us go, man. You got it.
Back in the scripture. Verse 34. Your Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
So the Lord say he gonna give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon, man. You know? So the Lord's finna deal with you inhabitants, man. You Joe Six Packs, man. You know, everyone, all you Edomites in America is finna get the worst judgment upon the planet Earth, man. You know, the 12 tribes in America that don't believe, they finna get it bad at 2/3. All right. But you Edomites, you know, you in the worst position on the planet Earth as an Edomite in America, man. You know, because at least for Jake, you know, the Lord, all right, is gonna have some type of mercy, man. You know, but for you Edomites, matter of fact, brother, get James 2 and 13, you get that shit cut. You know, but for you Edomites, you too, man. You know.
Hey, when you go into that term,
you got it.
Land in the Hebrew is going to the earth. Yeah, because we know America is going to be destroyed. So in order to give rest to the land, America has to be destroyed.
Yeah, but that's the what did Babylon call it? The hammer of the whole earth. You know, so the Lord's gonna cut that hammer off, man. You know, how the hammer, what is it? How the hammer of the earth cut asunder. You know, because America is the number one nation. You know, when you go into all these different foreign conflicts, America is at the source of it, man. You know, America controls ISIS. You know, they CIA is known for causing uproars and revolts. When we see these different, you know, revolts going on in Hong Kong, you know, Bolivia, you know, all these different nations within the world, Esau always has his CIA, his economic hitmans in the midst of it, man, starting these things. Why is Hong Kong begging for America, you know, for freedom, man?
Right.
People in Hong Kong, the signs in English, right. You know, what the hell going on, man? Because America is the source of wickedness, man. You know?
One more point.
You got it, bro.
And that this quiet in the Hebrew is actually going into to be moved with grief.
To be moved with grief, man. Because you Edomites finna be sick, man, because America is the place, you know, where everything is based on convenience, entertainment, nothing is taken serious. Yeah. You know, so imagine when these hard, crucial times come to America, man. You know, because you got people around the world, they're what they call third world country. They're people who just really basically live off the land. Right. You know, but Esau calls it third world country, man. Right. You know, so I don't know what world country America finna be, man, when the times will come, man. And see, but that's all the energy that America has put out, man. That pride, that destruction, you know, that nonchalant spirit. The Lord finna shake that up, man, with great torment and great suffering, man. You know?
This is James 2 and 13.
Yep.
For he should have judgment without mercy.
Yep.
That he has showed no mercy. And mercy rejoices against judgment.
Hey, so he gonna show no mercy to those that had no mercy, man. And who is the people of the earth that has no mercy, man? Look how Esau does these nations upon the earth. Look how he does the children of Israel, man. You know, with no mercy, man. Our people are in a beaten down state, and Esau continues trying to find different mischief to destroy our people, man. You know, look at the mindset of our people, man. Because Jake ain't been bucking up, man. Jake ain't never formed no militia, you know, to try to come at Esau, man. You know, Jake formed the little gangs and, different things before they were infiltrated, really to just protect their own, man. But they wasn't going out dragging Edomites out their house, man. You know, or going trying to be militant, man. You know, that was about protecting their community, man. You know, until they were, infiltrated. Then Esau threw his spin in there, you know. But at the end of the day, all right, you Edomites, you just keep pushing on. You got a whole military. You steady pounding on the nation with no military, really no economic power, no influence, outside of entertainment, no real influence, no seat at the UN or any type of influence that matters, man. And they still pounding on their nation, man. So the Lord, all right, is not going to have mercy when He bring His judgment on you, man.
Right. Esau really is like no respect of person, because he treats the old and the young just like he treats, like an average age person, man.
Yep.
Like even the ancient going into like the Trail of Tears and things of that nature.
Yep.
The ancient caught hell.
Yep.
What about those young infants that had to go as well, man? So he doesn't, in that cold weather. Same thing with the process of slavery. He doesn't give a damn, man. Why? Because he's in that warlike spirit. Okay, they're the opposition, and in his mind, destroy.
Yeah.
And in the same way, that's how we have to be, but from a spiritual standpoint, man.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a good so-called white person, man.
Nah.
If your lineage goes back to Esau, okay, you are an Edomite. And according to biblical doctrine, you are the wicked that the Holy Scriptures speak of, man.
Like a head priest. And where did all those atrocities take place?
In America.
Okay, man.
Mm-hmm.
America has a lot of blood on its hands.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of blood, man. And it's going to be paid back in blood, man. So we got it.
This 2 Thessalonians 1:6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And this is the worst captivity that we ever been in, man. This place has did nothing but trouble us, man. It started with physical troubling us by, the hardcore bondage, separating the families, those horrible deaths, that our people had to go through, to systematically and spiritually just destroying our people, man. We got to go.
It says 7, it says, and to you who are troubled, rest with us.
And that's what we telling our people, man. Our people that's in this troubled state, all right, they don't know what to do. You out there marching, you out there trying to find some type of equality. You troubled, man. You don't know what all the odds stacked up against you. You can't get a break nowhere, man. You trouble. Or even on the flip side, like Preacher Cott been coming out with, going into our people that do got it, they still trouble.
Right.
You see the clip of Bow Wow finish, man. But he has, and he's experienced all these things because he was, he had these things at an early age, man. But he's still trouble, man. So on the whole spectrum, for our people that's supposed to be rich, to our people that don't have anything, barely making it, they trouble, man. And we tell them to rest with us, man.
Because the real rest is only Scripture.
Yep.
That is where you will find rest for your spirit.
Yep.
So although these cats got these nice cars, they can sleep with any women they want, they can go to their so-called bank accounts and withdraw any money they want, but at the end of the day, they're still searching. That is the reason why Floyd Mayweather can't make up his mind, okay, if I'm going to retire or not. Or every day he has to go somewhere different. Why? Yeah. Because his spirit is not at ease.
Yeah.
I got one more. And it's Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that he should also reap.
Mm-hmm. And what has he sown in the earth? War, all right, death, oppression, deceit. He's finna reap all those things, man. That's why Yahweh Shai is coming to make war with you Edomites, man, because all you reaped in the earth was war. So now, since America played this bully role, now we finna see the bully get bullied, man. And you inhabitants of Babylon, all right, you with it, man. You don't mind, like Elder Zahab said, you don't care if 40,000 Iraqis have to die for you to enjoy your everyday luxuries, man. All right, you not protesting about that. You know, you with it, man. You know, so since you concede, you know, to the wickedness of this country, and you indulge, all right, in the luxuries, all right, that are provided to you by bloodshed, murder, you know, and terrorism, you know, you're gonna reap the same thing, man. You know,
Get also slavery. Too.
Slavery, yep, that's a big thing, man. The Edomites are going into hardcore slavery as a nation, man.
Right.
You know, man, woman, and child, man. The remnant of you Edomites that's left when we come out of those chariots, man, you going straight into slavery, man. You know.
Yeah, this is from Jonathan Compact Bible Dictionary for Edom. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as a scene of great future judgments.
Yep.
See notably Isaiah 34:5, 6, Isaiah 63:1. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God.
Hey, the only neighboring, all right, a country, nation, you know, going back to the ancient world, you know, when those nations in that region, all those nations in that region, when you look at the ancient maps, all right, we had Moab, Ammon, you know, you had Ham, you know, and Tyre and Zidon, you know, you had Ishmael over there, or the modern day Saudi Arabia, you know, in different parts over there, you know, and you had Edom to the south, you know, Israel, man, you know, over there in Petra. So out of all those nations, he saw Edom as the only nation not promised any mercy, man. You know, because he showed no mercy, man. You know, just like we read. Yeah.
And that's how you know he hate them. Mm-hmm. Out of all the other nations,
yeah,
he showed Edom no pass. He get no pass. He really hate them.
To kill somebody off.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate judgment.
Yeah.
Even on a physical aspect, just look at them. The only nation on this planet Earth don't have no pigmentation. Another quick one. This is Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
So we're supposed to prophesy against Mount Seir. Mm-hmm. All right. And that's the thing that we're doing. We prophesying, man. You know, we're not going out doing any bodily harm to any human being, man. All we doing is prophesying, thus said the Lord, man. And what we was commanded to do according to the scriptures, man. You see? We waiting on you how about Shimon out shot, man. All right? Like Esau got his thing where he's trying to make it seem, you know, like, you know, the Israelites tied to this latest, you know, so-called, all right, act of violence, you know, in the Jewish grocery store, man. All right? That's not judgment, man. All right? 6 people dying at a Jewish grocery store, that ain't the judgment we talking about, man. All right? We talking about when the Lord gonna make the earth shake, man. All right? That's the judgment we waiting upon, man. We not out here trying to go get no corner victory, man. Because at the end of the day, this system is still up and running. We still in oppression. All right? Even if they would kill 60,000 people, man, we still would have been in oppression, man. All right? Howard Shah is coming to deal with the top, all right? And them nukes dealing with the bottom, man. You know? You got it, bro.
I got a match with it. Genesis 36:8. Thus dwelled Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. Verse 9. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
Mm-hmm. Now you know, all right, just like he called Israel, what he called Israel, the people of Israel. He said, "Oh Jerusalem, oh Jerusalem." Mm-hmm. He's talking to a people. All right, so when he's speaking of Mount Seir, he's speaking to a nation of people, man. You see,
it's a people for the place. Anyway.
You got Mount Seir on the left hand side. You got Mount Zion right here.
Right. Them people was over there first.
Yeah. Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. That thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
He said, blood gonna pursue you, man. Which means you gonna be all right, a target coming soon, man. You know, and it's gonna be hit from every corners, man. You got these heathen nations rising up. All right, you got racial wars, racial tension rising up. All right, you're gonna have wild beasts that's gonna be removed out of their place. All right, coming into these residential areas. You know, you're gonna have apparitions, death angels. All right, plagues, pestilence, famine. You know, you're gonna have all these ways to die. You know, and it's gonna pursue you Edomites, man, until you consume, man. You know, ultimately the plague of the missiles, man. You see? So since you didn't hate blood, since you made a sport out of killing, you know, because you got stories of those the military over there in Iraq, you know, how they were just killing, you know, the residentials over there, you know, in Iraq, you know, in Syria, in Afghanistan. They were just using for target practice, man. So since you didn't hate blood, you know, then what they were doing in jail, feeding our kids, feeding the Northern Kingdom, all right, to dogs, chopping them up and feeding them to dogs, man. You know? So since you didn't hate blood, blood not gonna hate you, man. You know?
And this goes into right here how Esau is only one can blaspheme against the Holy Spirit. This is Ezekiel 35 and 13. Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me and have multiplied your words against me. I have heard them.
So what is blasphemy? You know, definition is to speak evil of, speak ill of.
Because they like the new video game they got. All right, your boy Jesus, JC. You know, well they got leprosy, man. You just gave them you give the Messiah leprosy, man. You defame what they call it, character defamation. You know, because that ain't what he's about. You know, the image you portraying like he just going around and just healing people. You know, that was spiritual for what we doing right now. If you understand the scriptures, man, because we healing the blind, all right, and making the lame walk, man. You know, because we're through the spirit power you have by Shema Shai. You know, we are healing our people, man, because we have been healed. You know, through Yahweh Shai. We're being healed through Yahweh Shai, and we're passing it on to our people, man. You see, it wasn't just no thing to do, man. And the miracles were actual, but they were symbolic. Because Yahweh Shai said you would do greater things, man. You know, than these, man. You know,
and they don't nation that put themselves up as as a most son.
They don't nation that got guilty, man. They push that throughout the planet Earth, man. You know.
Blasphemy, you know, evil speaking. You know, like the brother was saying, and tells me everything that Esau teaches you is contrary to the scriptures, man. And that's why that's why he's basically ordained for eternal judgment, man, or eternal condemnation.
And then it's even worse. This the worst case scenario with this American empire, man. Because even back in Rome, you know, we were studying the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar had multiple wives. Pompey had 5 wives. You know, they were still in the east in that region. You know, so they were still more closer to the ancient world than today, man. Today is just it's just torture. It's just torture. They really far removed, man. You know.
This is Ezekiel 35, 14, 15. Thus said the Lord power when the whole earth rejoices. I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it. They shall know that I am the Lord.
Remember in scripture, what's the book of Raising? So Babylonians came and took us out. You know, he was actually notifying them who was who. Where we were located at, man. So all that stuff you done, you have to pay the time for it, man.
When them pass, when them pass,
highway.
The Cain killed Abel.
You
know, the serpent deceived Eve. You know, and then they constantly celebrate it and make mockery of it to this day, man. You know, your whole money system, the world reserve currency, the FRN, all right, is filled with the faces of murderers, man. Andrew Jackson, what's on the bill? Benjamin Franklin, you know, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington.
You had to kill a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of blood had been for them to put you on their stamp on their money. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be high up within their
What's the called Mount Rushmore?
No, they did. So they in the rocks and the water. Well, everybody's, you know, ain't no telling what they done, how many people they killed, man. So most half people they killed.
Till forget about it, but your world reserve currency is a
constant reminder.
Constant reminder. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
You know, Columbus Day. You know,
Yep.
So at the end of the day, the Lord setting you up for a great failure, man. You know, for a great judgment, man. You know, you supposed to get that Jeremiah 51, 50 and 30, 34. You gotta agree with that.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
Yep.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the only blood that can clean the land is the blood that shed, all right, all that blood and defiled the land. And you Edomites is the only blood that the Lord required, you know, mainly when it comes to cleansing this land, man. You know, because America just gonna become a desert, man. You know, but we can't have nothing standing, all right, this defiled, filthy kingdom, man. It has to be cleansed with that fire and that blood, you know, and that way the earth can be cleansed, man. Because the earth gonna be fully cleansed. That's why I talk about a new heaven and a new earth, man. Because the filth, the vibration, all this is gonna be cleansed through fire, and it's gonna be made right by the blood that goes to shed it, man.
Hey, I watched it with the TV show with the 100.
Yeah.
And they're speaking in language. Finn, this guy in there, he killed all like a whole, that whole, I don't know how many was. There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
So they came and told the people, Scott people, they want Finn. The blood must have blood, but they said it in their language, but they wrote it. They said it in English, but it meant blood must have blood. Same thing. Since you kill my people, we gonna murder you out. But you know they murder that guy. Blood must have blood.
And they trying to give him somebody else.
Yeah.
They wanted to kill him. They were like, nah, we want him.
We want him.
Want to get He's out beside it. Yeah, he want to shed the blood. Like, nah, we want him. We got to have his blood.
Yeah.
You know, but that's how the Lord is. Wouldn't say he required that which you pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, we want that captivity back, man. Right. That captivity we serve, we want that back, man. Like he's talking about reparation. Wow. We want that captivity back, man. We need that back in double, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, Jeremiah 51:35.
Yeah.
It says, the violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon.
Hey, the violence done to me and upon my flesh be upon Babylon, man. You see? The Lord got a lot of blood and shit. That's why I said the slain of the Lord gonna be from one end of the earth to the other, man. It's a lot of blood and a lot of people. And getting on you Edomites, you other nations and unbelievers of our people, the blood still on you, man. Yahweh shot the people that deliver our people that deliver Yahweh shot up to Pontius Pilate the Romans. But you gotta think, what did those people eventually fled to? The Lord ran them out in 7 AD. They fled to the interiors of Africa. And those same people, majority of them brought where? To America, man. You said that blood be upon you, bet. Well, I'm going to send you to that place, man. Well, I'm going to get that blood back, man. You know?
And even the Roman soldiers, you know what I'm saying? More likely, they back in America.
Oh, yeah.
This is Roman loaded all over.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Probably that nigga, what's my boy with that big mustache, Bolton.
It said, shall the inhabitants of Zion say, and my blood upon the inhabitants of Chaldea? Shall Jerusalem say, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will plead thy cause and take vengeance for thee, and will dry up her sea and make her spring dry.
Because the Lord is finna shut the doors in Babylon. He's finna, the grind finna cease. You know, the entertainment finna stop. It's just gonna be a straight madhouse, man. It's gonna be a straight slaughterhouse, man. It's gonna be just nothing but torment and suffering, man. People in America finna see suffering like never before, man. Some people on earth suffering, man. America finna get it the worst, man. He's saving America for the very last, that it's gonna be the worst, man. You see, and the blood is on the Babylon, you inhabitants, and on you Chaldeans, man, which you the elites, man, who call the shots, man. But you inhabitants, you okay with it, man. What Edomites you know to denounce white privilege, man. you know, or said, well, look, let me come stay in the projects and you come stay out here. Let's swap credit scores. You know, I'm gonna take my kid out of college. You know, let her work at the grocery store and put your kid, you know, in what they call one of the prestigious colleges.
Right, right.
You know, set him up for 500. Yeah, Fortune 500 company. You know, well, even might say they gonna do that, man.
Right.
You know, and that's still not enough, man. You know,
because he saw, hey, he can do the crime.
Yeah,
but he can never do the time, man.
That's why the Lord say, you gonna drink it at cup.
You got to.
Yeah, you gonna drink it at cup.
Because like the brother said, man, like they benefit from the society. But at the same time frame, they still don't want to pay for the package.
Yeah.
They just want everything to go back and we just join hand in hand. No, that's according to your logic. You know, and you show us every day about, y'all bombing Yemen. Okay, y'all having these military coups in these different nations that y'all are about war.
Yep.
And in order to control something, you have to use your hand.
Yeah.
By the sword, you gotta force people to do something. And it's the same thing Yahushua is gonna do when he get back.
Yeah, and then they playing the victim.
Yeah.
With this so-called Jewish grocery store being shot up. But the so-called Jews have a whole military. They got nukes, they got fighter jets, and every damn thing. But you mean tell me, what's the nigga name? David Graham, and Francais, they a threat.
Right.
Y'all just trembling because of two so-called Negroes, man. You know, damn hypocrite, man. You know, you finna get ready to play. You want to play the victim so bad, the Lord finna put you in that role, man. That's why the scripture say, blood shall pursue blood. Since you like to play the victim so much, the Lord finna put you in that role, man. You know? Keep reading, bro. And brother get Revelation 19 too. Okay, go.
It says, and Babylon shall become heaps and dwelling place for dragons and astonishments.
A desert. Can you imagine, this whole land mass being a desert, man? It got to be some great power that can make the whole land mass of America be a desert. Because you went into it, the square mileage of America, man. Why it's called Babylon the Great, because compared to the square miles of ancient Babylon, this Babylon is much bigger, much more powerful, much more richer, man. Much more resources, man. You see? So, at the end of the day, Lord's going to make this whole place a desert, and you people, all right, you inhabitants, you're going to be on this land mass while it's being made a desert, man. That's your judgment, man. For the majority, all right, of you Edomites this year, man. You got to get your time.
This is Jeremiah 50 and 31.
Yeah.
Behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, said the Most High host.
O thou most proud, man. That pride finna stop, man. Ain't nothing like knocking the pride out of somebody, man. That's a fulfillment within itself, man. Like the scriptures say, just as a unit, is devouring, a virgin. That's how it is when the righteous judgment go forth, man. We see that pride get knocked down, man. We finna see that, man. Oh, ye most proud, man. That's you Americans, man. Go ahead, bro.
For thy days is come,
Yep.
the time that I will visit thee.
Yep.
Verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. I will kindle a fire in the city, and shall devour all round about.
He gonna devour all around about, man, because the Lord finna visit. He's not finna physically. The Most High not gonna physically come visit this place or knock on the door of the UN building in New York, man. He's gonna visit this place first through plagues, all right, and then eventually, all right, the nuclear missiles, and ultimately, Yahushua, man. He's coming in the glory of his Father, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
It's Revelation 19 and 2.
Yeah.
For truth and righteous are his judgments.
Truth and righteous are his judgments. Go ahead.
For he had judged the great whore.
He had judged the great whore. Who is the great whore? You see? Yahushua himself coming to deal with you inhabitants of Babylon, man. Showing you how high, your wickedness has reached, man. All right, when Yahweh Shai himself, all right, is prophesied to come deal with you, you inhabitants of Babylon, man. You know, you proud as Americans, man. You know, and then what's the slogan? God bless America. You know, he is gonna bless it, man.
You, the proud,
yeah, he is gonna bless it, man. With missiles, man, and fire. Oh, yeah.
said, for truly righteous are his judgments, for he had judged the great war which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and have avenged the blood of his servants in her head.
Hey, so the Lord is going to destroy America for how she has defiled the planet Earth with her influence, you know, and the blood of the saints that she shed in this land, man. You know? So you inhabitants of America, you have no idea what's to come, and you don't have no idea the charges that are upon you from the spirit world, man. You know? You got charges on you from the spirit world. We just reading you your rights, man. You know? Just like when the cop arrests you, reading your rights, man. What they call them, Miranda law.
Yeah.
You know, reading you know, you have the right, all right, to be destroyed horrifically, man. You know?
Just because we read their rights now, you know, about this, they don't know who they are, breaking those strongholds, we deem as terrorists now. You know what I'm saying? Here you are, you do it all the damn time.
Yeah.
You do it false accusers, be false accusing takes, man. But once we proclaim the words of Yahweh Bashar Shah to you, then you know who you identify as in the scriptures and stuff like that. Now we the bad guys, man.
Okay. Down with that judgment.
Yeah. God, they don't want that tag Esau, Edom on them, man.
Right.
That's why the Rothschilds, they was first known as the Bowers. You know, you look up that word, it goes to service. Then they changed the name to Rothschild. You know what I'm saying? Red shield or red child. You know, you can't run from who you are.
I got quitting, bro. This is Jeremiah 25 and 11. This is going into the first Babylon. And this whole land shall be a desolation and astonishment. These nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. Verse 12. And it shall come to pass when 70 years are accomplished that I will punish the king of Babylon and the nation, said the Lord Yahweh, for their iniquity and the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolations.
Dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got to, I say, America, you know, you Edomites as a nation, you know, because you Edomites in Europe, you know, you're going to be hit with some missiles from Russians, you know, you're going to be hit with some missiles, you know, but you're not going to be completely destroyed. You know, and a lot of you that's going to remain going straight into captivity, man. But your power structure, your government, all the guys that you believe in, your religions, it's going to be completely destroyed, man. And America, all right, which is the powerhouse of you Edomites, is going to be utterly desolate, man. It means it's going to be emptied out, man. You know, every Edomite in America is going to die, man. Not one Edomite going to remain, man. Every Edomite that's on the landmass of America will die, man. No matter how far your bunker down is, you're going to die, man. You know, only the elites, all right, and the remnant around the world of the Edomites that survived World War III and all these different catastrophes, you know. The only reason you're going to survive is the purpose of slavery.
That's true.
You know?
Isaiah, who is he that coming for Basra?
Yeah.
You know, Basra was the chief city even back then. And who's the chief city Esau right now? It's America, man. See how Shai has it. He has God for you.
Right. That's the reason why he wants to destroy this great country, so-called America. You know, because it's Esau's capital. Man. You know, in order to bring your downfall, destroy the chiefest city. You know.
That makes sense. But all these other nations, they have their missiles targeting America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they probably have some targeting these other countries, where it's not like how it is to America, man.
Yeah. OZ. Well, with that, you know, before we close out, you know, we're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash.
You know, double honor to our apostles, LG, mentor, rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessed salutations to the hopeful elect, man. You know, Bible ball. Shalom.